cult of HasanAbi. Your anti-helicopter takes. Here we'll do the ex-GOP.
Here in the U.S., a former Republican political candidate is due in court today. He's accused of arranging multiple shootings into
it was $19,000. Jesus Christ, dude.
The homes of Democrats. His name is Solomon Pena. He's an election denier and a Trump loyalist who already had a criminal record before he ran for state office, and he lost in November. Scott McFarland has been covering this story. Scott, good morning. This is very troubling.
Hey, Gail, good morning to you. 3 months ago, Solomon Pena was running a campaign for the State House in New Mexico. But police say after his defeat, he found accomplices who riddled with bullets.
One of the things that's funniest about this story, I mean, there's so many funny aspects of the story. I know it's like supposed to be dangerous, but like it's supposed to be about like how horrible the times are now that like people are doing shit like this. However, I can't help but notice the fact that, you know, it was such a funny attempt because it was like all fucking losers and feds. But also, this guy lost by 48 points. Like, there was no way that he was winning this election. Like, it wasn't close. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Like, people literally either A, did not know him at all, or if they did know him, they were like, yeah, fuck that. That's insane to just be like, that's rigged, brother.
It's the homes of local Democratic officials. They say Pena even tried to fire some of the shots himself. In the weeks before his arrest Monday by an Albuquerque SWAT team, Solomon Pena's social media feed was littered with baseless claims of election fraud. The self-proclaimed MAGA Republican lost his race, and then over a 4-week period, police say he conspired with 4 accomplices to fire shots into the homes of 2 state legislators and 2 county officials, including Adrian Barboa.
My home was shot right through my front door 4 times, out my back window, right through my living room and kitchen, right where I had just been playing only hours before with my brand new grandbaby.
Barboa tells CBS News Pena had come to her home weeks earlier to insist she decertify election results. And doorbell camera video shows Pena going to another home looking for one of the other Democrats he allegedly targeted.
My name's Solomon.
Oh yeah, he also has the documents too, which is a staple, you know what I mean? It's a fucking staple in situations like this where it's like, I got the documents in my hand, bro. There is no documents you have, okay?
Pena, can I speak with Debbie O'Malley?
In their report, police say photos show Pena with one of the alleged accomplices, and that individual with multiple guns and ammunition. And
gang shit, you feel me? Yeah, he got this dude looking like an ex-FaZe Clan member to do his bidding. Funniest part about this also is that he was in prison for 7 years for burglary, and he could not find like an adequate shooter. Like he had just such poor networking skills, you know what I mean? Like that this is the guy you got. FaZe Titty Boy. That's who you got.
And that Pena paid one of the alleged shooters $500. They also say Pena urged the men he hired to be more aggressive and to shoot lower into the houses and to do so earlier in the evening when targets would be less likely to be laying down. And police say Pena personally took part in at least one of the shootings, but that his gun jammed. Tim Keller is the mayor of Albuquerque.
Well, certainly if it's happened here, it has the potential to happen anywhere in America, and that's a terrible thing. We've got to understand that even if we disagree, even if we're in different parties, it should never, ever be violent. And so this definitely is essentially verifying, I think, people's worst fears about where America is at.
Police say in one of the shootings, a state lawmaker's 10-year-old daughter woke up to bullet debris hitting her in the face. This incident comes as there's growing concern about threats against lawmakers, not just here in Washington. but all across the country. Nate?
Senseless violence. Scott, thank you. Some of the most controversial
Another incident of attacks against Dems. Where's the Republican outrage against political violence? I mean, you know it's not happening. What do you mean? What do you mean? At this point, it's like it's a constant. You know what I mean? We just know that this is what the right does, right? We just know that it's not going to change. We know that this is kind of like a part of being involved in politics in any capacity. And it's just like Republicans do this shit all the time. It's just like a part of it. It doesn't make it right, by the way. And I myself am like victim to at least threats of this kind of violence, for sure, certainly. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just what do? You just laugh, I guess. It is what it is. Like this is such a prime example of like the ongoing normalization of this kind of violent behavior that people are not really even talking about it that much. And also on top of that, like, I mean, it's exactly like cancel culture. Like, the right has created this space where they basically make it seem like the left is the only people that do cancel culture, when they have been using cancel culture for the longest fucking time. They do it so much. They weaponize it nonstop. But everyone thinks it's the left doing it.